Hey guys, I'm Gentle Occasion, and today it's time to kill guys. We're doing a fighting. It's a good start. Well, you know, in for a penny. Okay. Should be pretty straightforward, because, you know, we're basically fighting nothing. It's honestly a bit pesky of them to be wasting our time like this. Alright, well, you know what? I guess you guys can go for that gate. And, you guys can go for that one. Yeah, that works. And yes, we are really spread out here, allowing them to attack, basically, all of our boys. Okay, let's get our archers on this side. Yeah, I like to attack where I land. This is where I landed. So, you know, let's do it. Alright, the handgunners are already a little nervous. And we should be able to do some big spell damage to them. Hit him with a Fate of Una, and then a Spirit Leech. Fate of Una, does big damage to everything. Whereas Spirit Leech damages one model at a time. So if you do big damage to everything, then hit with Spirit Leech, you can just start, you know, killing off the ones that are taking big damage. So you can usually get a few of them models. And we got, you know, a handful, but it was enough to break them, so... You know, could have waited a little longer before doing the Spirit Leech, but... Just that big chunk of damage all at once. It's, plenty. Plenty. And yeah, these guys getting shot at. I mean, they're shooting back at us. I'm actually surprised they haven't decided to leave the walls yet. They're often quite quick to do that. Alright, so there's halberdiers in here. But hopefully, we can upset them nice and quickly. Now, we do have razor bill chariots that are, you know, pretty great at this sort of thing. Yeah, leadership is real low. Can you reach that way? Hard to tell. Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, you guys, in you go. And I know a lot of big stuff fighting halberdiers is not great. But honestly, it'll do. And yeah, you guys can do good damage to him. I don't really fear for Khazrak in this fight. And now that our chariots are free, they can start charging into unbraced lines. Ooh, you are suffering some damage though. There's still a lot of you stuck here, which I do not appreciate. Ooh, and they've come back, which I also don't appreciate. Alright, how are you lot getting on? Yeah, you're doing fine. Let's hit them again. Boom. And let's go for those other lads. Okay, good. We've broken them. So, did we lose many models? Nope, still on 45. Wow. Nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And that's army losses. There we go. So our infantry didn't really get to do anything. They're still climbing ladders. I can say it is lovely that we actually have a decent amount of magic in the tank now. It's amazing how much of a difference that makes. Like our Deathcaster is just wiping out units now. It's great. Let's see. Loot and raise? Probably, right? I'd imagine. Sounds like something we'd do. Executioner's Axe. This is interesting. So Executioner. Immediately kills stuff under 20% hit points. Love it. Extra damage, sundering attacks to lower armor. Does put down melee attack though, which is kind of cool actually. So yeah, harder to hit the enemy. Yeah, I guess it gives them, you know, more dodging time. Big heavy axe. Now let's see. What do we want? Do we want to keep spreading corruption? Maybe. Might be fun. Or do we carry on pumping up our spells? I mean, we should get Spirit Leech upgraded. It'll be cheaper. And quicker. Okay, is this the one that gives us the giants? It is. That is flippin' useful, isn't it?
Absolutely not.
No, it is. It is useful. Silly. It's clearly not listening. I am worried for Bokel here. I am worried. These two armies may be too much for us. Might be too much for us. And we've got a pretty good army here. The giants are going to be a big help. But the numbers...
Possible.
So one thing with
Impossible.
any Total War game, really, and any faction, just the bigger the army, the more value each ranged unit will be able to get. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the ranged unit's like, they will be able to net a lot more value if they're in a larger army. Because it takes a lot longer to get to them, because there's more stuff to, like, you know, wade through before you can get to their ranged units, which means they have longer to shoot at you, which means they end up getting way more damage in than they would if they were in a smaller army, and you could get to them sooner. So they have a really, like, compounding effect on army size. As the army gets bigger and bigger, ranged units become a larger and larger problem for the, you know, for their foes. So I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about, like, our giants and things, for instance. I mean, not these guys. This army will be fine, I think, when it gets here, but it's just this army. Here, I'm not so comfortable about it. If we're going to fight both of these guys together, you know, I would love to set up an ambush or something. We're just not close enough yet. Exactly, it's not. It's not possible. Though what is possible, we could upgrade our chariot capacity again. Do we want to do that? While it's cheaper, I mean, currently it's like the most expensive thing we can upgrade. Oh, actually, warherd is still more expensive. That is crazy. Just to upgrade how many gores you can have is 340. See, this is what annoys me. This is what annoys me with these games. You know, with, like, army caps. I hate the idea of army caps because it never feels to be balanced right. Obviously, Ungor and things, like, yeah, you should be able to have just, like, hundreds of these. In fact, they're already obsolete, you know? Why waste any dread, even though it's cheaper? Why waste any dread on upgrading the capacity for these guys when it just means you're not going to be able to upgrade the capacity for something you're going to want in your army? Because you don't really want these. This is stuff that you just have because you know, you can't field better stuff. But, like, gores, at this point, it's like, well, you got, like, corn gores, pestigores. I mean, I guess you get 2, right? You get the capacity goes up for each of them. But, like, bestigores are here, and, like, I don't know, it just... It feels too expensive when this needs to be the bulk of most of your armies, you know? It really does feel like, you know what would be good, actually? I think I've solved it. I think I've solved it. What it should be, right, once you do enough upgrades, if you get it to, like, I don't know, let's go with a big amount. If you get it to 10, then you can have infinite. How's that sound? That sound good? I think that's a good idea. It's just like, well, no, you've really, like, invested a lot in that thing. You just have as many as you like at that point. You've opened them up to have as many as you like. But then I guess what you would do is you would just... Well, I guess you still got to unlock it through the ruination stuff. I just wondering, like, if there's no upkeep, it would just be like, oh, I'll just get infinite minotaurs with great weapons, and I can just have all of my armies have nothing but minotaurs. I guess you can't really do that, can you? I don't know. Maybe once you get to, like, 10, it doesn't get any more expensive. Like, something like that, because... At some point, you just need to fill up your ranks. But then I guess the more ranks you need to fill up, the more armies you have, and that means the more battles you're doing, so the more dread you're doing. Or the more of these you have that are getting you dread every turn, or getting you, like, a percentage extra dread. Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it all works out if we actually just got the upgrades we were supposed to. Let's get the upgrades that we should have done. How's that sound? I already did it for that one. I can't risk doing it here, because I feel like we might just lose this, which sucks. I'd hate to lose this settlement. I don't know why I didn't put that army there. It's really bizarre that I didn't. But yeah, can't do it. Oh, come get me then. Also, probably should have moved Khazrak, or put him into a different stance or something. That was silly of me. You know, I'm in that frame of mind of, you attack a settlement, that's it, right? But no, not in the case of Khazrak. Yep, they are attacking. They are attacking with everything. So it reckons close defeat, high casualties. We have a couple minutes before these guys arrive. So we might be able to just get the jump on this army, which is mostly ranged units, actually. And so, you know, the whole, like, oh, ranged units exponentially better thing, well, that doesn't apply. Just to, like, you know, a front line of 4 guys. That doesn't apply. So we can actually charge these guys down really effectively, I think. And then, yeah, I think we can probably deal with that before the 2 minutes are up. And we might be able to then just you know, exit the game and just say, yep, not awaiting reinforcements. Because, you know, if you defeat the army, you get to just claim victory, in which case they would have to attack me separately. Yeah. And again, they wouldn't have a big front line of everything. It would be little piddly front line. And then a few ranged units that I can get into easily. Alright, I think we have our plan then. The big problem is, can I catch out these war wagons? Because I only have a couple of Centaurs. I've got the Razor Gauls, but I think they're quicker than... Oh no, Razor Gauls are quicker. And actually our Harpies are quicker too, so we have a few things that can catch out the war wagons. I definitely want to try and like herd them into the middle with everything else though. God, this is going to be tense, isn't it? So how split up are they? Damn. Damn. They're really split up. Okay, this sucks. I was really hoping their army would be together because they're getting reinforcements, but then that never happens in a siege. So no, I was being silly to you know, to hope that was the case. So now we're in an awkward position where we need to throw enough over here and over here that we can wipe out both of these guys quickly. But if we don't wipe these guys out quickly, then we can't get the reinforcements from here over to here to deal with all of these reinforcements that are going to be dealing with only half of our force. So, what's the plan? I think it might be... I mean, there's not actually a lot of ranged stuff here, but the reinforcements are bringing a lot of ranged. They're not a huge amount. So actually, you know what, I think we're fine. I think we ignore that. We go all in, destroying this stuff, even though there is a bit of a choke point here, which I don't like. But this is basically all ranged. Alright, there's one unit of halberdiers, and everything else we can really mess up. So we can fly over here, which is handy. The giants are a little bit slow. I might need to hold them back. I mean, they're as quick as the Bestigals, so, you know, maybe I do send them in anyway. And yeah, I'm holding the Bestigals back. Although actually the Bestigals can't vanguard in this army, come to think of it. So I'll charge them in. You know, I do feel like just these guys and the Harpies can probably handle it. Like, genuinely, I feel just the Gauls and Harpies have probably got this. Because, like, it is just ranged units. Oh, okay, they do have the Empire Captain. So maybe I send one giant there to kill the Empire Captain. And the other giant can come over this way. With everything else quick. And we've got our Centaurs here too. And... oh, I got a random Ungol unit over here, which I didn't move. And yeah, our Bestigors can come over here too. This could work. And having largely more mobile stuff over here, it means that if the reinforcements come out, we can retreat. Right? So really we're just coming in to try and gobble up some of these guys. And then, yeah, that'll have to wait. We also have a spellcaster. What spells does he have? So he has Vile Tide and Devolve. Those are both very useful. So we can lower leadership and there's a nice explosion. So if we do just get like our Bestigors to hold here, we could just Vile Tide their entire army. So actually that's not a bad shout. So that's what we're going to try and do. Should be fun. Alright. Oh god. It's going to be an absolute mess, isn't it? I hope this works. I'm very upset if it doesn't. But, yeah, them charging in behind should be a big help. And, yeah, just go get them, boys. You run right around. And you know what, both Bestigors I'm just sending over here. Alright, you are going to try and block this area completely. I'm sending you this way too. Alright, charge them please. And you guys go get those mortars please. Oh, and yeah, perfect. You go for that Empire Captain. Good. Ooh, those mortars are doing some work. Jesus. Flippin' heck. Alright, chase him down. And this is good too. Let's get a tasty little Vile Tide in there. Very nice. Very nice. And... okay. Yeah, they're having a terrible time. Alright, how long we got? 13 seconds. Oh boy. Okay, you're doing great. You're doing great, guys. You guys need to actually get into the fight, though, if that's alright. Now. Now, oh my god, really? 1 sec. Well, he's going to keep our giant busy forever, which is annoying. Now, where is our wizard? A little stuck, isn't he? This is not working, is it? It's not working at all. Alright, let's get rid of them. And in fact, let's charge into these halberdiers. You're nearly dead, which is great. Love to see it. And yeah, if our Bestigors can hold all this at bay. I mean, they're going to be getting a lot of kills from here. And, oh, well, they're on their way back. How are things looking over here? Pretty good. Ish. And you are still chasing him down, which is very annoying. And you need to get the hell out of here. I need you to get over here and hit them. I need to get those AoE attacks in. Alright, let's get you over here. Come on, wizard. I need you over here. If I can Vile Tide here. You know, or here. Or both. Then that would be really good. That would be bloody excellent. Yeah, keep killing him, please. Ooh, did we get him? Nice. 10,000 damage, huh? Love to see it. Bestigor's getting hundreds of kills now. How are we looking over here? Right, you go chase those war wagons down. These guys are holding out a lot better than I thought they would, you know. A lot better. Now, how's our giant doing over here? Okay, don't you dare. Don't you dare capture that. I guess I'll build that there because I can. Right, you can stop that. Our giant's doing great. We can do another Vile Tide, so I will. I'd love to be able to get into this back line here. Which actually, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can sneak in through there. I mean, a devolve? Oh, it only hits one guy, so that's not so great. Bestigors, hundreds of kills with Bestigors, which is great to see. They are trying to mortar our giant, which is rather funny. Okay, let's get a rear charge into these guys. How are things looking over here? Pretty good? Pretty good. Alright, excellent. Alright, one of you keep chasing him. And... okay, good. Good. That was close. That was a little too close. Alright, how are we looking? Oh, okay, you're done. Okay, get into those crossbowmen, please. Another Vile Tide. On these guys. Excellent. Now into their crossbowmen. They still have a engineer in there, which I'm not happy about. But a giant can wade in and do some work. Okay. How are we doing? We're doing good. So we have another giant. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool for us. And our radical herd broke. Alright, how are Bestigals doing? We only have one unit of Bestigals left. This side broke. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, this is fine. This is fine. If we can do some big damage to their lord, then we're laughing. Alright, that'll be it. That'll be them dealt with. And yeah, I want to get into the back to these crossbowmen again. Alright, another Vile Tide. Nice. God, how much damage has this guy done now? 30,000 damage. And all you guys want to come over here? We won! We won! Oh boy, that was tense. And yeah, kind of cheesy, but like we're beastmen. Well, we don't play fair. Chaos, innit? Alright. Lovely. Lovely stuff. We survived. That's the big thing, really. That's the big takeaway. We survived. We still have harpies and giants. So, don't have to worry. You know, send the giants straight to the big thing, harpies into the artillery, everything else can just keep stuff busy until we, you know, beat him into the ground. So, I'd say that's a win! Let's try and get a bit of replenishment. Good. Okay, now if we get another character up here, you know, we get our other army that's en route to actually get here, then there's no hope in hell of them ever breaking through this. They can't deal with 6 giants. Amazing. What battle happened over here? Oh, Winston's still in the hand of, in the hands of Middenheim. I'm gonna burn that down as punishment for trying to attack me. Rampage. Now get extra weapon strength for giants. That feels well timed. Beastmen are creatures of atavistic fury, and it takes little to drive them into a frenzy of unbridled aggression. And gifted musicians. Campaign movement range plus 15. Oh, that's lovely. I love that. A conclave of your generals has struck upon the notion of pressing popular musicians into military service. This implies that beastmen just have, like, pop music. Which I think is adorable. I think that's really funny. This is a gig. This is a gig. This is what's happening. That's the front man. This is the crowd. This is the mosh pit. You know? Actually, well, it's not a mosh pit because it's pop music. So these are just the little kids. Get it? Get it? Kids. Because they're goats. Because they're goats, guys. It's hilarious. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. This has come to shock the performers in question, but has proved an instant hit with the troops, and they're marching much harder than ever before. Army movement has increased. Good. Good. Now, let's see. I mean, both of these need to go. I'm going to attack this one first and give this one a chance to upgrade to a tier 2 so we can get higher devastation from burning it down. Although this also could get us some devastation. I think we just keep going until we get 5 turns till we get to a full moon, and then we'll get additional, you know, whatever it's called. If we can get to 100. What do we currently have? We have 52. I think an extra 30% on top of that. Like once we fill it up a little higher, you know, get another 10 here. Yeah, we'll be up to 100. Hang on, who owns this? Oh, it's more greenskins. How about this one? This one is still in the hands of... man, look at this. If we'd moved last turn, we could have reached that. But we didn't, because we're stupid. Ah, why did we be stupid? That was dumb. Being stupid is dumb. Never mind. Let's just try and figure out where the border is of any of this. Is this all part of Tama? Actually, it looks like maybe the border goes between here. Though, you know, you can't see through the trees, so who can say? Let's just run over here. Oh, okay, now I can see a line here. So we're fine. Yay! Look at us earning money. Isn't that cute? Isn't that fun? This is a real cutie thing to do. It's absolutely pathetic. Right, this we can upgrade now. I'm happy to do that. Let's try and get more dread. More dread gain from battles, please. 1 dread, please. But yeah, if we can get all of these up to plus 20% in the next, like, handful of battles, you know, then, yeah, that's going to be a sudden explosion in the amount of dread we're going to be accruing. So that's good. It does make me wonder if I should just get a couple more of these in. I will never have to upgrade them again. So let's do that. A load of this stuff would be really good too. The extra movement range from the Battle-Scarred Ungor Raider is kind of gigantic. So I am quite tempted. Awe of Madness. Affects units if their leadership is 50% or lower. Wow, that's really cool actually. I kind of love that. That's really good. Ooh. There's some fun things. I'd like to distort reality. So fun. This just has bound savage dominions. You can summon Cygors. I mean, that's huge. To get like 7 grand, we buy a Cygor summon and get extra reserve capacity. I mean, this is perfect for any wizard that we've got, you know? Just bonus Cygors. I mean, come on. How can you not? Yeah, there's some great stuff there. But I wanna make sure that our herdstones are upgraded. I wanna make sure we got that going. Also, what's nice, this guy could probably, yeah, he could probably get us a little extra cash as well. Isn't that cute? There's B-dubs, sat in his plague. I mean, there's still a lot of Middenheim, you know? They still have a whole other province over here. A lot of Middenland, rather. And yeah, they have that Middenland proper. So yeah, they still have a lot of territory. Which is very cool. I do love the expanded map. Because, you know, we took a province off them, basically. And that feels like a big, you know, a big hit, but they're still functioning. They're still able to muster armies and stuff. It's cool. Primal Fury gives us upgraded Primal Fury, which is nice. So I do like that. I wish you could see a comparison, but basically... Hang on, it's not saying when we get this. It's not saying when we get this. Because, like, duration's infinite, but I'm pretty sure Primal Fury you have if your leadership is higher than, like, 50% or something. But this doesn't seem to be saying that. Maybe that's the upgrade. Maybe just all of your units with Primal Fury just have extra speed, charge, and melee attack now. Empire of Beast is pretty cool. Vigor loss reduction. Dominate the world, extra winds of magic, power reserve. I mean, that's not bad. Vanguard for Minotaurs. Vanguard for Minotaurs. I can't not Vanguard for Minotaurs. I mean, does it apply to Doom Bulls as well, I wonder? Gore Bulls, rather. I wonder. Probably not, right? Probably not. But anyway, these guys will be able to Vanguard. So suddenly it'll just be 2 units we have who can't Vanguard. Which is sad, because, like, it is a shame, because I'm pretty sure the standard for abilities and things now in Warhammer, for, like, recent patches and stuff, you know, recent DLCs, has been that mounts count among, you know, the unit type, basically. Buffs to a unit type counts towards mounts as well. I'm pretty sure that has been the standard. Don't ask me to come up with any descriptions, I just seem to remember that being the case. But yeah, it's annoying that we have, you know, Khazrak can have Razorgore Chariots Vanguard, and then stuff on Razorgore Chariots can't Vanguard, and that feels silly. It just feels just like a lie, you know? Okay, we're going to end the turn. That's a neat trick. Alright. So, let's attack Vincent. Boom. Alright, another 97 dread and a bunch of cash. Lovely. Love to see it. Big fan. Now, what are you up to? You should probably level up. Kind of pathetic how low rank this guy is. Very upsetting. We may still just replace him with a wizard. I kind of just want to have a wizard, you know? That's sort of a thing I just sort of want. Kinda. We should also upgrade some things too, shouldn't we? Oh, well, that costs money, and I need that money for dreadful business. Yeah, I need a little bit more cash, which we should be able to get from here. So, let's do that. And yep, we're going to declare war on these guys. Sorry, but you're in my way. Unlucky, mate. No point even fighting this one. The game knows it. And we're not going to get that much cash out of it, sadly. We could subjugate them, apparently. I'm not going to do that. And, oh, we got the Butchers of Kalkengard, which is interesting, because we're researching the Kalkengard larder as well. Very fun. The towns of men are but larders of flesh for the followers of the ways of Ragush, Ravager of Kalkengard. Very fun. I've got Barbarian too. Some marauders walk openly within the lands of other races. We've read that before. They are a threat. And the Clusterite tribe are dead. D-E-D, dead. Alright, tell you what. Let's hidden in camp and start heading over that way. Now, what do we want for you? A million things. Billion things. There's so much we want from him. I do want to make sure our Bestigors are good. I'm really worried he's going to, like, level up. He's going to get to max level before we fill out, like, a bunch of the stuff in the blue line and then, like, you know, his yellow line here. Like, his just character buffs. But I don't think we need to upgrade any more of this stuff, do we? I mean, a lot of this stuff is awesome to upgrade. I mean, like, you know, better Minotaurs too would be lovely, but I don't know if we're going to have many Minotaurs. But then now that I know that they can Vanguard, maybe we just want to have Minotaurs and Chariots. But that's a terrible mix, because the Chariots can't, like, go through your Minotaurs, so you can't bob and weave through your own guys like you can if it's, you know, all Bestigors or something. And we got a Bestigors in this army too, don't we? I mean, I think we got a token Minotaurs, but I think we'll probably keep this as a Minotaurless army for the most part. We'll just have the one that'll basically just hang out with our Gorbel. We may just have both of these guys leave this army anyway. Because honestly, like, other armies can benefit from vanguarding Minotaurs. We could just have an army that has a crap load of Minotaurs in it that'll all vanguard, which would be pretty hilarious. So, you know, there's other things we can do. It just, every time I'm like, oh, we could come up with this fun little gimmick, this interesting little, you know, kind of go all in on a single thing. Can't do that. Can't do that. We'd have to spend so many bloody points on upgrading all of our Minotaur, you know, amounts. Like, it's like 500 each, just for one extra of each. It's awful. So annoying. Ugh. Hate it. Although you never know, if we did buy Taurox, maybe he's got some buffs for, you know, Minotaur capacity or something, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We will see. Would love to do some upgrades there, but no, we're gonna go for that instead. Alright, let's head you towards Bokel. And how are things looking over here now? So, I don't like that they've moved back into City North. I really don't understand when they did that. It's very weird.
Never.
And we can get rid of Leonard here too. Yeah, we'll get rid of Castle Grauenberg. I think we are actually just going to wipe out... I can't select them. Oh, they got Kemperbad too. Oh, damn. They've actually got a load of Talabecland as well. How did that happen? They have 11 settlements.
But make no promises to
How unusual. How unusual. Is there a Talabecland? So I did install the mod that turns off Confederation. Because I find it boring. Because, you know, I want to fight Talabecland. I want to fight the Reichland. But it looks like they've taken over all this territory. I'm not quite sure how. But it could be that the thing suppressing that was the Lua script that kept breaking, with the big X in the corner, you know? Could have been that functionality went. So they might have got a cheeky Confederation in without me realising. Which, you know, fine, I guess. Which means Karl Franz is going to be a thorn in our side for a little longer. But that's okay. He's not been much of a thorn, to be honest. Just, you know, food for the larder. Low bestial rage. I mean, when don't we? Let's crack on. Hello, Skittis. He wants peace treaty. I mean, he exists just down here, right? So, I think, yeah, we might as well. That's a lot of favour we're getting from him. We probably could have asked for more, actually. Okay. So. Rank gained. Well, lovely. And I got more things built. What are you doing here now? Do you mind? Oh, well, I guess we're going to come back to Bogenhofen.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're a real card, you are. A fool of a card. Okay, let's burn this down too. I like that we're getting 100 dread per battle now, per, like, little battle. It's good. Okay, we just got Warrior Bane. That's kind of fun. You know, lowering base weapon damage of nearby enemies. Could be useful. Okay, more dread gained, please. Weird that it says plus 40%, and it says 28. So I guess battles just, yeah, they do give a very specific amount of dread, huh? Okay, let's see here. Need 1,000, don't I? This is what I want. I still want this. Although maybe I'd just save up for level 5 herdstones now, I don't know. But I don't know. Some of this stuff would be nice. Like better horde level, like getting some of these things would really help. It would save us a lot of favour if we're able to fill these up. But I think higher level characters would be better. They can get better armies quicker, you know, just because they can buff. You know, they can just have the buffs so the armies perform better than they should. And because that puts up the, you know, the default level, it means even if we do lose that army and that horde, we can just recruit another one nice and quickly, and they'll be, you know, the same higher level. So yeah, I like that. One thing I've always found really annoying about like anything that just puts up, you know, your level. In like every campaign, there's always like, you know, you build a building, goes, you can get lords at a higher rank or whatever. It doesn't do it retroactively, and I find that so frustrating. I really wish it did that, because so often, I mean, it's about to happen to our own guy there, is we've just hired him and we're going to do the upgrade that makes him obsolete, and I think that's rubbish, because like, if anything, they should be, you know, they should have a head start. Do you know what it should do, actually? Right, it should be Lords and Heroes recruited at rank 5, brackets, plus blah-de-blah experience, right? And they should just get that amount of experience, and just every Lord should get that amount of experience. You know, either on recruitment or retroactively. That would be nice. That way you'd actually get, you know, someone that you've had for longer would be better than a new recruit still, because they would get extra experience. I think that'd be nice. Now let's see. Oh, he's still at war with these guys. Robert Granite Hand is exploring a bit. I mean, the fact that Helmgard got taken by this random guy, it's not boding well for the Empire, is it? That they're losing sort of their main bastion along the Grey Mountains to just some like random duke. Bizarre. Anyway, also it is nice seeing this, actually, because like Montfort is a faction now, whereas before they were just, you know, folded into the nearest, more like larger province, basically. And that's the case with a lot of these places. Basically, every city that you see in Bretonnia should be its own province with its own duke, and it's just not. Just isn't in the base game. Should probably do something about about Marienburg as well at some point. I'm just wondering where I'm going now, because I kind of want to attack this again. If they do upgrade it, we might be able to get some more devastation if they do rebuild it. But I also want to make sure that this remains a ruin, ideally. They're probably going to go and take Castle Braunberg again in a second too, in which case I might need to kill Folkard here, which I think sounds like fun. Do we declare war on him now? Let's stand here. Is that... Okay, that ambush is working, kinda. Now, tell them to become our vassals. No, we're going to declare war on them. Perfect. In fact, a herdstone at Helmgart would be pretty cool. I mean, it would eat into this territory a bit if we did that, wouldn't it? But yeah, we could just take over some territory around the mountains. Could be cool. Yeah, I don't know. Now, where are you going to go? Alright, you're headed up towards Commendum, which actually, I'm not sure I want you to go up that way. As much as I want to protect Bokel some more, I feel like now I've got some extra upgrades in here. Like, we've got a Manticore and a Cygor here as well now, which is pretty damn cool. So, like, maybe I don't need to protect Bokel. Maybe it can look after itself. It will still get slightly better. We'll get an additional Bestigor herd. And all the Ungor herd will be upgraded to Gors. So that's pretty great. I think it can look after itself. I think this can look after itself. Because yeah, that's pretty great. So I'm gonna head north. I want to oh wow, look at that. Some pirates have visited. How fun. Well, not visited, stuck around. But yeah, I think we head north. We go into Nordland. You know, we try and deal with the elves, which actually with this army is going to be harrowing because all of this stuff is really vulnerable to being kited around and shot with missiles. So maybe that's an awful idea to mess with the elves. But we'll see. We'll go say hi. If we can get some ambushes on them, maybe. It might be that we need this to be full of Minotaurs. How's that sound? Or fill it with Tuskor chariots. That's not a bad idea either. Tuskor chariots I think would actually be pretty good against elves. Treekin would be an absolute pain, but they'd be quite good against dryads. They'd be quite good against you know, any of the archers. You know, they could chase down, you know, whatever really. Deepwood scouts. Way Watchers are going to get some big hits in and do some big damage, but as long as they have a lot of Tuskor chariots, I think it'd be fine. Feral Manticores don't stand a chance. They'll take one volley, rampage, and then run directly into more fire. But yeah, I mean, really what you want is just a horde of Centaurs for dealing with the Wood Elves. You know? Just hundreds of them. And even things like Treekin and Treeman, just sandwich them with charges from both sides from Centaurs with great weapons, and they don't last. You know, or Centaurs with throwing axes just standing nearby. And yeah, then your normal Centaurs just run down every archer. And run away from every spearman until you can get a nice surround on them. And then you just wipe them out in one charge. Just, oh, I love Beastmen, guys. Beastmen are so fun. But this is the problem. I keep thinking, yeah, this is the army I want. And then I remember this. And I just think, oh, I can't have that army. But I want that army, though. It's going to be such a good army. But I'm going to be done before I have, like, I'm going to have to wipe out the faction that I'm facing in order to get enough dread to build the army to face that faction. And it's so disappointing. Yeah, I don't know. So we can't really have that army deal with these guys. So I guess this one is just going to be ambushing Middenheim armies forever, right? I think that's just his job now. And we wait until our army capacity goes up again. And we build something else. Because this is now just like trash and giant army, I guess. I guess that's just how that works now. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's skip ahead. Let's see what's in store for us next turn, you know? Hello. Oh, they're declaring war on us. How rude. He's right there too. He might run into our ambush in a second. Okay, so I just had a thought as well, right? This army, or the army that's going to fight elves, we could just get 1 billion Chaos Warhounds. So like Chaos Warhounds, maybe Minotaurs, something like they can do a lot of damage quickly, in case they have like enemy cavalry or anything like that. You know, even with the giants, just having them waltz up and just having loads of hounds harassing the back line could be pretty great. I mean, the hounds will probably lose a fight against the better archer units, you know, in a fair fight, but they'll be trying to flee. They'll generally try and get out of combat, so you should just be able to nip at their heels until they're dealt with. But yeah, you can probably do a lot of harassment with hounds. Be a lot of micro. You know, Centaurs will be better, but having Centaurs and hounds You know, hounds could even draw some of the fire and the centaurs could get the charge in. Like, it could work. It could work. We could do it on a budget, just have a very mobile force. So yeah, some Tuskor chariots. So like some Tuskor chariots, a bunch of hounds, preferably with poison to slow the enemy down, and some centaurs. And I think we could deal with the elves quite comfortably in a way that I think would be quite fun. It would have a similar vibe to the just hordes of centaurs that I would want, that I would prefer, you know? So we'll see. We'll see. Hello, Cassian. War with them as well, huh? Alright, so everything in the Grey Mountains has seemed that we're getting a little too close for comfort, which I think is a good idea. A rival beast lord has called a warherd to war and demands that you join his ranks. Will you listen to his call, or will you forge on alone without them? Weird that we'll answer the call at all. The call cannot be ignored, though answering it may thin our numbers. Those that survive will fight stronger for it. I guess that's fun, but I'm going to disregard it. We need no warherd to make our way in the world. We can create destruction and discord very well on our own. Exactly. Like, it's already been established that Khazrak sees himself as obviously the best one. So is that going to get... That's going to get another 4 devastation. Thanks for restocking our devastation. It's kind of you. Also, big X in the corner. Something broke again. So yeah, cool. This is a fun-looking battle, actually. A huge amount of peasants that our chariots are going to have a great time just ploughing through. But yeah, a bunch of Grail Knights. Well, actually, they're not Grail Knights, they're Knights of the Realm. Why do I think they were Grail Knights? A bunch of Knights of the Realm and Knights Errant. It's Knights. So they could be fun. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun battle. It'd be pretty easy. I think auto-resolve is going to leave us a lot more hurt than I'd like to be. But I think given the amount of infantry, this will actually just be quite fun. So this is what we're going to do at the start of the next episode. Hooray! Guys, if you're enjoying this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.